Oh, Henry, breakfast ready.
Today on Food's Greatest Hits, we're all about breakfast.
I could eat this every day.
And our tasters are starting their day off right with our own take on 3 early morning classics. We're talking Eggs Benedict.
This is literally one of the best meals I've ever had.
Bacon.
Bacon! Oh my God.
And stacks of light and fluffy pancakes.
Cheers.
Did you really just clean your plate?
It's time to rise and shine for some early morning eats on Food's Greatest Hits. No matter who you are or where you live, you probably start your day the same way as everyone else, with breakfast.
I'm a breakfast person. I have to have it. And I love breakfast. I eat breakfast for dinner.
I have been known to make a way too elaborate breakfast on a weekday.
This beautiful body doesn't operate on hopes and dreams. It operates on eggs, bacon, toast, pancakes, waffles, eggs Benny.
Breakfast is my favorite meal of the day.
Hearty, salty, creamy, fatty. A good breakfast has everything you need. So we're starting our salute to the most important meal of the day with the one dish that hits all of those notes, and then some. It's Eggs Benedict.
Eggs Benedict, you should wear a bow tie when you have it. Eggs Benedict should be eaten with a pinky in the air and a cup of tea.
Eggs Benedict is like the perfect brunch food. It's because it's basically a vehicle for like a fatty, delicious sauce.
I literally had eggs Benny yesterday and maybe the day before that. Did I go back-to-back Benny this weekend? I might have. They're that good.
You have the egg sitting on top of the Canadian bacon, sitting on top of the English muffin with the hollandaise sauce. Eggs Benedict is like the aristocratic breakfast.
So where did this breakfast fit for a king come from? Well, if your first guess was that someone named Benedict is responsible, you're only half right. If, on the other hand, you said there were 3 people claiming to have invented it, and their names were all Benedict, well, you're probably watching this show for a second time, because how could you guess that? The first Eggs Benedict was a Wall Street stockbroker in the 1890s, named Lemuel Benedict. Now, apparently old Lemmy was a bit of a drinker, and to ease his scorching hangovers, he'd go to the Waldorf Hotel in Manhattan and order toast, poached eggs, crisp bacon, and hollandaise. Not true, claimed the friends of Commodore E.C. Benedict. A New York Times article in 1967 outlined the Commodore's recipe, which actually strays pretty far from the traditional version. But hey, it's got eggs, it's got ham, so it's got dibs, right? Wrong, say the relatives of Mr. and Mrs. Legrand Benedict, who claimed they gave the idea for Eggs Benedict to a prominent chef in the 1890s. So which Benedict deserves the credit? Honestly, who cares? Because frankly, claiming to have invented Eggs Benedict as a hangover cure is kind of missing the point. Eggs Benedict is not only hearty and filling, it's also the most refined and elegant breakfast ever. So, to honor this breakfast of distinction, our first take on the immortal Eggs Benny invites our tasters to the breakfast table in Savannah, Georgia.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, snap.
It's the Southern Comfort.
Looks like a biscuit.
Is that chicken? Beef? No.
What's in between the ham and the egg?
Look, I think it's pulled pork.
You're right! It's poached egg and Canadian bacon on top of pulled pork and a biscuit, all drizzled in hollandaise sauce. But does this Southern twist really give Eggs Benny Southern charm?
Okay, ready?
Yeah. No, if I...
Get everything. You have to get all the layers.
All set? 1, 2, 3.
I don't know if I can get all this.
Like the pork is definitely doing something.
The pork is amazing.
The pulled pork is actually nice.
Yeah.
I think this honestly describes breakfast to me.
So, Eggs Benny with pulled pork is a hit. So why not mess with the classic recipe even more? Swap the bacon for prosciutto, sub in a steak, or ramp up the veggies so you're good for the day. Or take a little regional inspiration with your Eggs Benedict.
Very Baltimore to put a crab cake inside Egg Benedict.
I really love crab cakes on my Eggs Benedict. Because, I mean, who doesn't love a crab cake?
Stick a fork in it, and you're done. By golly, you're done.
Huh. This crab cake recipe gives us an idea.
Oh.
It's the Japanese Benny.
Yeah, I've had that before. No, you haven't.
Interesting. Poached egg.
All right.
With salmon, rice.
That salmon might be smoked, though. It looks smoked. It looks like smoked salmon.
It's like an Asian Eggs Benedict.
Hey, you got it. It's a poached egg with smoked salmon on top of a homemade rice cake with a miso glaze. But will taking this American breakfast classic to the shores of Japan stray too far from the original?
You use your hands?
Obviously.
Oh, you're going for it?
Yeah, of course.
Cheers.
No, we
Not
can't. Okay, go.
Salmon is good.
This is literally one of the best meals I've ever had.
Really?
And I've had a lot of meals.
It's like really a nice combination of flavors.
So you can switch the bacon for fish and the English muffin for a biscuit, but the one thing you can't swap out of this classic is the hollandaise sauce.
Hollandaise is this luxurious sauce that's made of egg yolks and clarified butter. Need I say more?
You want some lemon juice in there, some cayenne, salt and pepper. And you whisk it in a way that it emulsifies and it comes together in this beautiful, luxurious sauce that you just kind of drizzle on top of those eggs. And it just, you know, it looks like sun-kissed. It's so beautiful.
Yes, Eggs Benny without the hollandaise just wouldn't be the same, but that doesn't mean you have to play it safe. For our final take on the classic Eggs Benny, we're bringing the hollandaise to Beantown for the perfect fast and breakfast.
I know I'm already gonna like this one.
And it is something.
Yeah, the Southie.
I was not expecting that.
What is that big chunk?
I think that's bread.
I don't know if that's ham or beef.
Well, I'm glad you asked. It's actually a clam chowder hollandaise sauce on top of a poached egg, corned beef, and that Irish classic, soda bread. Now, let's find out if this breakfast is worth the trip to Boston.
Okay, let's try this bad boy.
Here we go. You ready for this?
It's really good when you put it all together. Sort of.
I'm a very big fan. I could eat this every day.
What's missing is the drinks, though. I have this right here.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It was delicious.
The beauty of Eggs Benedict is that it elevates each ingredient to a place of elegance that no other breakfast combination has ever achieved. So no matter who came up with it or how long it takes to make hollandaise sauce, Eggs Benedict is and always will be one of food's greatest hits. Coming up, a breakfast staple that smells so good it could have woken Sleeping Beauty. And a little later, maybe the oldest breakfast classic of all.